All right, so that is how we handle the A grade. So if we want to do the B grade, if we want to check for the B grade, what we're going to do now is I'm going to go to the end of line 7 and press enter. Notice it has also indented for us. But what I'm going to do first from here is to actually press backspace to take the cursor back to the left-hand margin, okay? So this is now saying this line of code here will not be, this line of code here will not only run if the condition was true, okay? So at this point here, I'm going to use a new keyword called elif, okay? So elif is short for else if, okay? So it's a continuation of this first if statement, okay? So in order for elif to work, you must have an if statement to start it off, okay? So it's going to check this condition. If that is false, this elif statement will allow us to do another comparison, okay? It's continuing the set of questions that we are asking that is related to that first question, okay? So if percentage is not greater than 80, if percentage is not greater than or equal to 80, we are then going to check, again, we're going to ask our follow-up question, okay? We're going to check whether it's greater than or equal to 70, okay? Elif percentage is greater than 70. If it is greater than 70, then we are going to display you scored a B. Okay, well done. Okay, so elif percentage is greater than 70, you scored a B. So let's check that. Okay, so if we type in 70 out of 100, okay, it should say your percentage was 70, you scored a B, well done. Let's just step through that again so that's very clear what's going on. Step 70, enter, next, 100, enter, your percentage was, percentage does we do the calculation, which is 70, we display it, which is 70. Now we notice that we are still looking at line 6, okay? It's going to go through these if statements in order. So is percentage, which down here is 70, after we do the substitution, is that greater than or equal to 80? Well, that's false, so we're not going to do line 7, which is indented and will only run if the condition was true. So it actually skips down to line 8, and it then asks the follow-up question. Is it greater than or equal to 70? It is, so then it goes in and then it displays the B, okay? Similarly, if we were to run this and type something that was less than 70, so let's say 60, okay, like this, we display that, we do the calculation, we display it, we check, okay, 6 is false, goes and checks 8. Is percentage greater than or equal to 70? Well, 60 is less than 70, so that's also false, so our program will end, okay? So that's how the if and the elif works. So we can, in the same way, we can extend this so that we ask another question, okay? So elif percentage is greater than 60, we're going to display you scored a C. What are we going to say there? Good. Okay. So let's run this. I'm not gonna do it in step mode. Just do it super fast. So if we did 65 out of 100, it should say your percentage was 65. You scored a C. But I also wanted to show you. Let's step through it this time. If we typed in, say, 89, and that's out of 100. Okay, we step through here, we get to line 6. Now, 89 is greater than 80, so we go here, you scored an A, congratulations. So if I click next, we're going to see that text there. What do you think will be the next line of code that Python will look at here? Will it still check whether percentage is greater than 70? Will it still check whether it's greater than 60? Or will it finish, or will there be an error? Okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to click next. So we see that, and then the program ends. Okay, it doesn't actually go and do these checks. And the reason why it doesn't do that is because we have the elif. Okay, elif means else if. So it only goes and checks this if the previous one was false. Okay, so else, we check this. Else, we check this. Okay, so that's the significance of the elif, and that's why elif has to come after an initial if. Okay, you can have elifs after elifs as well, but you must have an if at the beginning. Okay, all right, so in the same way, we're going to do the same thing for the rest. Okay, so percentage, elif percentage is greater than or equal to 50. We're going to print you scored a D. Okay, keep trying. Okay, run that. Let's just test this really quickly. Let's do 5 out of 10. Oops, 5 out of 10. That should say you scored a D. Keep trying. Okay, and let's just test very quickly that the other ones. Let's test very quickly that the other ones also work. So 89. Oops, I typed in see how I typed in a non-number and it freaked out. I needed to type, yeah. So let's say, yeah, 89 out of 100. Okay, so it still scored an A. Let's just quick double check that the others still work. Okay, 75. So what I'm doing here in software development or coding terms is called regression testing. So even though I've added in a new feature and I've tested that that works, I'm actually going through and just quickly checking that the others still work, okay? Because sometimes when we add new code, it may cause problems with previous code, okay? So this is why sometimes you download updates from Apple or Android to your phone. It's got all these cool features, but it may inadvertently make other things worse too, because they haven't done a full regression test. Okay, so let's just check the last one there, which I can't remember what I did. I think it was that was a C. Okay, and I think I had to do a D as well. Okay, all right.